9 consecutive world championships, 79 rally victories, 1,486 stage wins. The World Rally Championship isn't just about driving fast, it's about rewriting what's humanly possible behind the wheel. These aren't just numbers, they're monuments to greatness that may never be toppled. In the high-octane world of rally racing, where cars fly through forests and dance on mountain edges, certain achievements stand so far above the rest, they've become untouchable. Today, we're counting down the 10 most unbreakable records in WRC history. Feats so extraordinary that even in an era of advanced technology and specialized training, they remain firmly in the realm of legend. From impossible winning streaks to career-defining moments of brilliance, these are the benchmarks that make current champions wake up in cold sweats. So buckle up. We're about to take a dirt-spraying, gravel-crunching journey through rally immortality. By the way, I'm going to be posting a lot here, so it would mean a lot if you subscribed and dropped a like for the algorithm. Main content. Number 10, most consecutive manufacturer titles. 8, Lancia. Let's kick things off with a record that belongs to automotive royalty. 8 consecutive manufacturer titles. That's not a typo. Lancia dominated the WRC from 1987 to 1992, creating a dynasty that feels like it's from another universe. What makes this record untouchable isn't just the number, it's the context. Lancia achieved this in an era when manufacturer competition was at its fiercest. Audi, Peugeot, Ford, all throwing everything they had at dethroning the Italian kings and all failing spectacularly. Today's WRC is a different beast entirely. The financial commitment required to maintain a top-tier rally program is astronomical. Teams come and go based on boardroom decisions and marketing strategies. Toyota might be dominant one year, Hyundai the next. The idea of any manufacturer maintaining that level of superiority for nearly a decade. It's like expecting someone to climb Everest 8 times in a row without oxygen. The closest any modern team has come was Volkswagen with 4 straight titles before they abruptly pulled the plug on their entire program in 2016. That's the modern reality. Corporate decisions can end championship runs overnight, making Lancia's 8-year reign a monument to a different era of motorsport commitment. Number 9, most stage wins in a single season. 65, Sébastien Loeb, 2008. 65 stage wins, one season. One man. In 2008, Sébastien Loeb didn't just compete in the WRC, he rewrote its fundamental mathematics. To understand how absurd this record is, consider this. A typical WRC season has around 300 competitive stages. Loeb won nearly a quarter of all stages run that year. It's like a quarterback throwing a touchdown on every 4th play for an entire NFL season. The modern WRC calendar has fewer rallies and fewer stages than in 2008. Even if a driver won every single stage of every rally they entered today, which is practically impossible given the specialized nature of different surfaces, they'd still struggle to approach Loeb's mark. What made this possible was the perfect storm. Loeb at his absolute peak, a Citroën C4 that fit him like a glove, and a season where everything just clicked. He wasn't just faster than his competitors, he was operating in a different dimension. On tarmac, he was untouchable. On gravel, he was sublime. On snow, he was a wizard. Today's WRC is more competitive at the top, with specialized drivers for different surfaces. No one dominates across all terrains the way Loeb did. This record isn't just unbreakable, it's practically inconceivable in the modern era. Number 8, youngest WRC champion, Kalle Rovanperä, 22 years one day. In 2022, Kalle Rovanperä did something that sent shockwaves through the rally world. He became world champion at just 22 years and 1 day old, smashing the previous record by over 2 years. But here's the kicker. This record is unbreakable, not because it can't be beaten mathematically, but because the pathway to do so has essentially disappeared. To understand why, you need to look at Rovanperä's journey. He was literally driving before he could walk. There are videos of him steering a car at 3 years old. By age 8, he was properly rallying. At 16, he was competing in Latvia because Finland wouldn't let someone so young drive legally. His father, Harry, was a WRC driver who guided his development from day one. Today's motorsport ladder is more structured, more regulated, and frankly, more cautious. The days of teenage prodigies being thrown into top-tier machinery are gone. Most teams won't even consider a driver for a WRC seat until they've proven themselves through junior categories, which takes years. For someone to break Rovanpera's record, they'd need to be winning WRC events at 21 or younger. The licensing requirements, insurance considerations, and team hesitancy make this virtually impossible. Rovanpera didn't just set a record, he closed the door behind him. Number 7. Most wins at a single rally. 9. Sebastian Loeb, Rally Germany. 9 victories at a single event. Sebastian Loeb didn't just master Rally Germany, he owned it like it was his personal driveway. From 2002 to 2012, Loeb won this rally 9 times, including 8 consecutive victories. That's not dominance, that's a decade-long lease on the top step of the podium. What makes this record untouchable is the changing nature of the WRC calendar. Rally Germany isn't even on the schedule anymore. The modern WRC rotates events more frequently, with rallies coming and going based on promoter deals and regional interest. For a current driver to match this, they'd need to win the same event 9 times. But most events don't even stay on the calendar that long anymore. Even if they did, the level of specialization required to master a single rally to that degree is becoming rarer as drivers focus on being all-rounders. Loeb's advantage was his tarmac expertise combined with the rally's consistent presence on the calendar. It was the perfect marriage of skill and opportunity, a combination that simply doesn't exist in today's more fluid WRC schedule. Number 6. Longest career span between first and last win. 18 years, 15 days. Sebastian Loeb. In January 2022, Sebastian Loeb won Rally Monte Carlo at the age of 47, nearly 2 decades after his first WRC victory at the same event. This isn't just longevity, it's rally immortality. The physical demands of rally driving are brutal. Imagine being strapped into a carbon fiber seat for 12 hours a day, taking constant impacts while maintaining split-second precision at speeds that would make most people faint. Now imagine doing that at a world-class level from your 20s into your late 40s. Modern WRC cars are even more physically demanding than when Loeb started. The G-forces are higher, the pace is faster, and the competition is younger. Most drivers' reflexes begin to fade in their late 30s, and team bosses start looking at the next generation. What made Loeb's record possible was his part-time schedule in later years. He wasn't grinding through full seasons, he was cherry-picking events that suited him. But even that opportunity is increasingly rare. Teams prefer committed drivers who contest the full championship, not legends making occasional appearances. For someone to break this record, they'd need to win as a young driver, maintain elite skills for 2 decades, and find a top team willing to give them a competitive car in their late 40s. It's not just unlikely, it's practically a fairy tale. Number 5. Most wins in a single season. 11. Sebastian Loeb 2008. 11 wins, 15 rallies, a 73% win rate. In 2008, Sebastian Loeb didn't just compete in the WRC, he owned it. This record stands as a monument to perfection. To put it in perspective, imagine an F1 driver winning 17 out of 23 races, or an NFL team going 12-1 in a season. It's not just winning, it's crushing the competition with metronomic consistency. What makes this record untouchable is the evolution of the WRC itself. Today's calendar has fewer events, typically around 13 rallies. Even if a modern driver won every single event, which has never happened, they'd still fall short of Loeb's 11 victories. Beyond the mathematics, the competitive landscape has changed. The current generation of Rally 1 cars are more evenly matched than the Citroën dominance of 2008. Specialized surface experts mean different drivers excel on different terrains. The days of one driver and team steamrolling an entire season are behind us. The closest anyone has come was Loeb himself with 10 wins in 2005, and Ogier with 9 in 2013. Both were exceptional seasons that still fell short of this high watermark. 11 wins in a season isn't just a record, it's a perfect storm that modern WRC conditions simply won't allow to form again. Number 4. Most different rallies won. 25. Sebastian Loeb. 25 different rallies. From the snow of Sweden to the dust of Australia, from the mountains of Monte Carlo to the forests of Finland, Sebastian Loeb conquered them all. This record showcases not just speed, but adaptability on a scale that defies comprehension. Each rally requires different skills, different approaches, different mindsets. Mastering 1 is a career achievement. Mastering 25, that's rewriting what's possible. What makes this record untouchable is simple mathematics combined with the WRC's evolving calendar. Today's championship visits fewer unique locations than during Loeb's era. Many historic rallies have disappeared entirely. Rally Australia, Rally Japan in its original form, Rally Argentina, all gone from the current rotation. For a modern driver to approach this record, they'd need not only a career spanning 15+ years, but also a constantly changing calendar that introduces new events regularly. The reality is the opposite. The WRC has consolidated around a more stable set of core rallies with fewer new additions. Even Sébastien Ogier, with his 8 championships, has won only 19 different events. The gap to Loeb's 25 isn't just significant, it's a chasm that the structure of the modern WRC makes impossible to cross. Number 3, most manufacturer titles. 15, Lancia. 15, manufacturer championships. Let that sink in. Lancia didn't just participate in the WRC, they defined it for generations. From the legendary Stratos to the revolutionary Delta Integrail, Lancia's commitment to rally wasn't just a marketing exercise, it was woven into the company's DNA. Their titles span from 1974 to 1992, covering multiple eras of rally regulations and technology. What makes this record untouchable isn't just the number, it's the financial reality of modern motorsport. Today's manufacturer programs are evaluated on ROI and marketing value. They come and go based on boardroom decisions, not passion for the sport. Look at recent history. Volkswagen dominated, then suddenly withdrew. Citroën, with their rich rally heritage, pulled the plug. Ford has scaled back to customer support rather than a full factory effort. The idea of any modern manufacturer maintaining a top-level program for the decades required to accumulate 15 titles is fantasy. The closest active manufacturer is Toyota, with 6 titles, less than half of Lancia's total. Even if Toyota remained committed for another decade, far from guaranteed, they'd still be chasing Lancia's shadow. This isn't just a record, it's a relic from an era when motorsport commitment was measured in decades, not quarterly reports. Number 2. Most overall WRC victories, 80, Sébastien Ogier, 80 rally victories. If you won 4 rallies every year, an exceptional achievement by any standard, you'd need 2 decades at the top to reach this mark. Sébastien Ogier's achievement is staggering, not just for the number, but for the efficiency. He reached 80 wins in just 14 seasons, averaging nearly 6 victories per year. That's not just winning, that's redefining what winning means in the WRC. What makes this record nearly untouchable is the shortened modern calendar combined with career longevity. Today's WRC has around 13 events per season, down from the 16+ rallies of previous eras. Even if a driver dominated completely, which doesn't happen in the current competitive landscape, they'd need over 6 perfect seasons just to approach Ogier's mark. Career spans in top-level rally are also shortening. The physical demands, the constant travel, the pressure, most drivers now peak for 8 to 10 years before declining or moving to other series. The days of 15+ year careers at the absolute top are increasingly rare. The closest active driver is Thierry Neuville with 20 victories, just a quarter of Ogier's total. Even with 5 wins per year, an optimistic projection, he'd need 12 more seasons to catch up. This record isn't just difficult to break, it's mathematically improbable given the structure of the modern WRC. Number 1. Most consecutive drivers' championships. 9. Sébastien Loeb. 9 consecutive world championships. Not just 9 titles, 9 in a row. From 2004 to 2012, Sébastien Loeb didn't just compete in the WRC, he was the WRC. This isn't just the most unbreakable record in rally, it might be the most unbreakable record in all of motorsport. To put it in perspective, it would be like Tom Brady winning 9 straight Super Bowls or Michael Jordan winning 9 consecutive NBA championships. It transcends sport and enters the realm of mythology. What makes this record untouchable is the perfect storm of factors that created it. Loeb's otherworldly talent, Citroën's unwavering commitment, Daniel Elena's perfect co-driving, and a regulatory era that rewarded their approach. It was lightning in a bottle that cannot be replicated. The modern WRC is designed specifically to prevent this kind of dominance. Regulations change more frequently. Cars are more evenly matched. Teams rotate drivers to find advantages on different surfaces. The entire structure of the championship has evolved to create closer competition. Even Sébastien Ogier, with his 8 titles, couldn't match Loeb's consecutive run, winning his championships across 3 different teams with a gap year in between. The closest active threat is Carlo Rovanperä, who at 23 would need to win every championship until 2032 just to equal Loeb's streak. This isn't just an unbreakable record, it's a monument to a level of dominance that the sport will never see again. Which of these records surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into rally history, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more where this came from. Until next time, keep the revs high and the shiny side up.